hey, we finna go to the lake. I'm just finna go in here and relax for a little while, see if I can catch me a couple of fish, talk a little shit and swallow some spit and try to make it do what it do, baby. I got a brand new DVD coming out, nothing but wrestling. Just telling it like it is. No holds barred wrestling. That's what I'm gonna say, no holds barred. I'm talking about every motherfucker from the rooter to the tutor. I'm gonna talk about them. I'm gonna talk about myself too now. I ain't gonna leave myself out. And when I tell y'all, I'm gonna do about 10 volumes of this shit. You think Brickhouse Brown had one? You think my Road Dog had one? You just wait. You just wait. Y'all wanna jump in, man? I'm gonna shoot around here to the lake, man. Like we can talk on the way around here and all that old good stuff. Ooh, you can't smell nothing but leather. Come close, you can smell it with the camera. Just bought this truck about a month ago. And I very, very, very seldom drive it. But you talking about smelling like pure OD leather, pleather, well put together, a diesel too, woo! It's ready too, baby. It's good to have friends, man, that can, you know, help you out and do things. Every man need a good truck and a good woman. Y'all remember that. Need a good truck and a good woman. But you can't let another man borrow now one of them. You know why?
Why?
He'll throw a rod in both of them. He will throw a rod in both of them, baby. Yes, sir, Bob. Let it warm up a little bit out and then we'll just pull off and mess up the motor. But we're gonna ride around the corner, show you this lake I fish in. Motherfucker be trying to break in your house. Well, you know, I always have been an enthusiast. I'm an average hunter, you know, I like to hunt. I ain't got nothing but up here like a little old Beretta or some shit, you know. I just have these laying in the cut, you know, keep them out of the way from the kids. And this motherfucker right, oh, boy, this motherfucker right here. Ooh, that's a bad motherfucker right there, pimp. This is shit Rambo used. And when I tell you this motherfucker weighs 30 pounds, this is a Tech 9 Glock 59, 48, 73, all mixed in one. It's a bad motherfucker right here. Pump shotgun and a 9mm, and this motherfucker break down like a clown. You fuck with me if you want to. Your ass will be come up in this house if you want to. And when I tell you that this motherfucker heavy, I don't bullshit. I don't fuck with nobody. And I forgot about my baby up here. This is my baby right here. And one of these bitches get out of pocket. Oh yeah. But you ain't got to worry about nothing, man. As long as you stay where you at and don't try to come back over my house while I'm gone trying to fuck my old lady or nothing, we're gonna be all right.
All right, Reggie, let me ask you a question. So when it comes down to the business aspect, how did you get into wrestling?
You talking 33 years ago, man. I can barely remember what happened yesterday. 33 fucking years ago, I was hanging out. Well, first of all, my mom, rest her soul, she used to take us to the wrestling match every Monday night in Memphis, Tennessee, at the Mid-South, slobbing and shit, at the Mid-South Coliseum. And she was a wrestling fanatic. I can remember going to the arena, seeing uh, Tojo Yamamoto, Jackie Fargo, Roughhouse Fargo, Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee. All them was idols of mine. Jimmy Hart, Jimmy Valiant. You know, I always wanted to be a wrestler. My mom used to take us all the time. I told my mom, I said, this is what I want to do. I want to be a wrestler. But I never thought in a million years that I would become a wrestler. You know, they say dreams sometimes do come true. But one thing about it though, Mr. Narrator, what's your name, sir?
Brandon.
Brandon, Mr. Brandon. One thing I always wanted to do was to be a wrestler. And once, like I said, I became a wrestler by knowing a couple wrestlers back in the day. Before I even you know got a chance to get in the ring or anything, I met Brickhouse Brown and Norvell Austin back in 1985 in North Memphis. People live in Memphis, Tennessee, they know where I'm talking about. Out of North Memphis, used to be a little old store up on Shannon Street, Shasta, Hollywood, and Shannon, where all the people used to hang out at. You know, you can go up there and buy your nickel bag of weed and go in there and have a drink or two with the winos or whatever you want to do. And, you know, cause by them being on TV, they were like celebrities. You know what I'm saying? So I met Norvell Austin first, and my damn teeth keep slipping. That's why I keep slobbing on myself and shit. But But yeah, I met Brickhouse. I met Narvell Austin first. He was one part of the PYT. That was him and Coco Beware at that time. But you know, I didn't know him personally. You know, but he used to come out there every Saturday morning wrestling. He had a girlfriend live right down the walkway where my mom was. We were staying at that Hollywood and Chelsea area out there,
Hmm.
and I used to go up to him and say, hey man, can I be a wrestler? The man looked at me and started laughing. He said, what's your name, man? He said, they call me L.A. He said, L.A.? I said, yeah, L.A. And he said, you want to be a wrestler? I said, yeah, man. He said, man, I don't mean no harm, bro. You weigh 175 pounds. You got to at least have 250 or 300 pounds on you, you know. So I said, well, I tell you what, man, can I just tote your bag to the dressing room or something for you or something? He said, man, no, they don't lie to nobody in the dressing room like this. They were real kayfabing back then. A lot of wrestlers know what I'm saying. For when I say kayfabing, you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
And they was real strict about letting anybody in the dressing room back in the, you talking about the early, what I say, 85, 86, somewhere up in there. And he said, I tell you what, Norvell said, I tell you what I can do for you. You got a driving license? I said, yeah, I got a driving license. He said, I tell you what, if you want to, you can drive, I'll let you drive me Saturday. Me and a couple other my wrestling partners. I was a wrestling fan. I knew everybody. He said, I tell you what, I'll come and get you Saturday. I got to go to, did he say Jonesboro, Arkansas, or some little old small country ass town back then. He said, well, I'll let you drive. I never forget, he had a 1979 flat nose Ford van. One of them old school vans, the flat nose, had it fixed up and, nice.
Hmm.
And he said, you can drive, I'll let you drive me over there. So that same day, we went to the Coliseum where we picked up Brickhouse Brown, Robert Fuller, and somebody else. I can't remember the other guy we picked up. But anyway, long story short, he let me drive them to town a couple of times. And that's a funny story. It's a true story.
Hmm.
I used to, when I was driving, they used to have, at the end of the wrestling match, they have girls in the back of the, in the van back there, because it was like a love machine van. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
They have girls in the back there, and I call myself, I'm driving, but, I'm peeping up in the rearview mirror, and I swear one time. Nigga, hey, man, what the fuck is you doing up there? I said, oh, I'm sorry, bro. I thought something ran out in the street. He said, I bet you did thought something ran out in the street. Okay. The next week, I drove them over there. He had put a curtain across the back of the van. He put a curtain up, cause he was back there, he probably getting his dick sucked up, snorting, drinking or whatever they were doing back there. I never did see him do that. I never see Norvell Austin do that. I see Brickhouse get fucked up all the time. I never did see Robert Fuller. I seen him drink and maybe smoke some weed or something back in the day. But I was a green motherfucker. I wasn't doing nothing. I didn't start drinking. I was 28, now I was about 25 years old then, 20. I can't remember how old I was back then. But anyway, that's the way I got introduced to the wrestling game. And then from there on, man, Brickhouse Brown kind of like just took me on his wings, man. And, I got on the job training. I didn't even have to go to school or nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? But once I found out this shit was pre-staged and, man, I got smart to the business. I got in. Let me tell you this: how I really got in the game. Cause I remember now. Brickhouse Brown, Iceman King Parson came to Memphis from Dallas, Texas. They had Iceman King Parson,
Hmm.
one of the first black heavyweight champions, other than the Junkyard Dog and Rocket Johnson. So they brought him in, and Brickhouse told him, "Hey man, can we let him just walk around and film our matches for him?" They got the okay through Lawler and Jeff Jarrett, Jerry, they got the okay through him. They said, well, we'll let him do that. He ain't gonna get paid. We ain't gonna pay him nothing. So I just started filming matches for Brickhouse and Iceman. Had that big ass camera back then. You sit up on your shoulder, the big Channel 5 motherfucking camera this big. He said, well, we'll let him do that. And then next thing I know, Lawler wanted me to start filming some of his matches. They had a manager named Harold Harris. I never forget Brickhouse and Iceman. It was the Blackbirds with Harold Harris. But some kind of way Harold Harris they pulled him over or something. He had some cocaine or something on him, They wind up taking him to jail back in Dallas, or extraditing him back to Dallas or somewhere. I'm trying to remember all this shit because you talking about 30 or something years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But he the one really got me in this business because he told Jerry Lawler, he said, well, we need us a new manager. So Harris quit it. You know, they didn't just tell him what happened. They found out, you know, later on. So Iceman and Brickhouse really took me under their wings. I'm talking about 30-something years ago, you know. My partner gone home now, but I think about him all the fucking time, though. But that's one of the reasons how I really got into business. I kind of wormed my way into business a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Didn't know a wristwatch from a wrist lock. I couldn't do shit. So I really got on the job training when I first started.